Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Lucky Luch here. Welcome back to my room and my YouTube channel. Ooh, I'm gonna call this video Little Life Updates. Yeehaw, baby! So in order to keep the channel consistent, I usually record a couple videos a week. That way I can schedule things ahead of time and have a little bit of leeway, have a little bit of wiggle room in case, I go on an adventure, I get invited somewhere, something pops up. I have that time in between uploads to get other videos together. That has not been the case these last few weeks. Most of it has been on me getting a little bit in my head, and I think a mix of laziness, I'm not gonna lie. But with this specific upload, I got sick, yo. I went to a job fair on Wednesday. I'm currently on the job hunt, and I went to a little job fair in Harlem. One of my friends lives in Harlem, so I went to go hang out with them after. And then I got home, I felt fine. I woke up Thursday morning, I felt a little, scratchy throat, so I just kind of chilled at home for the most part. Friday, Saturday, I don't even know what was up with me. Just a cold, but a very severe cold. I'm talking I hocked a loogie, I blew my nose, and that was custard yellow. You know what I'm saying? Not to paint a picture, but I'm painting a picture right now. So that was most of this week, was just applying to jobs, getting myself out there, and then just being sick and in bed for the weekend. But I wanted to hit y'all with some updates real quick. So yes, job fair, sickness. I also went to the theater and I saw this movie called Dust Bunny, which was probably the most bizarre movie I've seen all year. I'll leave the movie poster and who it stars and who's in the movie. This movie is about a girl who's having some nightmares, and so she hires a hitman to kill the monster under her bed. Now, I wasn't sure if this was going to be literal, metaphorical. The movie kind of does both. It plays on both those lines and winds up being a mix of Leon the Professional, Monsters Inc., and Pan's Labyrinth. Now, when I say those movies, it's those are pretty awesome movies. But the movie's not really awesome. It wasn't bad either. I still feel indifferent, and it's been a couple days since I've seen this movie. So I'm really not sure ultimately how I feel about it. I think there is an audience for a movie like this because it's not a really fantasy or fairy tale, but it has those elements in it. It's not a horror movie, but it has horror elements in it. It's not necessarily an action movie, but there is some cool action. So I don't know. Like I said, I think there's an audience for this movie. The audience is just not me. It's not for your boy. I'm sorry. So I'm giving that a 3 on Letterboxd. If I were to pull up my scale real quick, which if y'all don't remember, I screenshotted it right over here, I probably would give this one a score of good, only because it does some cool stuff. The movie is well made. Sigourney Weaver is this weird supervillain. Mads Mikkelsen is doing his thing, and the child actress in this movie is pretty awesome, really adorable, and at times I found myself laughing. There is some humor as well. But it's just too much of a mixed bag of genres for me to really give it more than a good. But it definitely wasn't bad. There's stuff that's very likable about this movie. It's very charming. Yeah, and that's really been it on the movie front. I feel like everything else is coming out around Christmas, late December. So we'll see what's up with the movies then. Next up, I want to talk about my SOLOVAIR boots. If you guys peeped my SOLOVAIR video, I don't know if y'all remember, there were scuffs on the boots. I did mention they were dirty. I hadn't polished them in a while. There's these little tabs inside of the boot, as you can see. Give the back of your heel a little bit of lift, a little bit of comfort. And they're made of leather. They have a little cushion inside of them. I guess due to the wear and tear of the dealer boots, which I can't stop talking about, the tabs ripped out. Well, one completely ripped out, and I was just rocking it that way. The other one stayed in. And my parents have this shoe guy who's absolutely brilliant. If I could find pictures or if I can find the items, I'll pull up my dad's sneakers and this bag that he worked on for my mother. And this guy did a hell of a job. Those sneakers are super old, but the thin German army trainer, I believe they're called, track kind of shoe is in right now. And my mom just liked that bag. It was super cool looking, so she just wanted to get it fixed because it looked nice. And both times, those items came back in stellar condition. So I was like, hey, can you take my boots? Like, I don't want to order the tabs from SOLOVAIR. They come in from England. They'll take weeks to ship over. Maybe I have to pay for them. I don't know. So if he can fix them, great. If not, I'll reach out to the brand themselves. And he fixed the boots up. And I wasn't expecting to get like a full service, like a full polish and everything. He polished the shoes as well, or the boots, and they look great. So here's some footage of that. And I love the way they came out. I haven't worn them yet because it's been snowing outside here. Just for craps and giggles, because I can't curse on YouTube, I'm going to try them on real quick. I feel like it would be a little redundant for me to show me putting on boots. I had them on as I'm recording this part of the video. And yeah, they feel great. Like the boots are already very well broken in. So just the fact that that part is new, it just feels a little nice. It's similar to putting on a strap for a watch. It's like I have the same watch, but it just feels a little brand new with that one little change. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm probably at like a little bit more of an equilibrium since both boots now have that little cushiony patch inside them. So there's two things that I want to talk about now that I have this time, and it relates back to a video I did during the summer about like my hair and my skincare routine. I had mentioned how every time I have a different hairstyle and I look back at my pictures, I can tell like what I was going through and what I was doing based on my haircut. Obviously the outfits and, you know, like what I physically look like play into that as well, but I think those all play off of the hair. I'm currently growing my hair back from a buzz, and during Thanksgiving, my cousin made a point where he's like, yo, you look just like your father, and it's because like the hair. Obviously, my dad look alike because he's my dad. I also feel like I look a lot like my mom as well. I feel like depending on like where my hair is at, I look like one parent more than the other. You know what I'm trying to say? But I can't wait to have the curls back. I had my hair like that for 2 years, but I wanted to reset because I'm like, I had my hair curly, and I'm back in New York, and it feels weird because I feel like I bought like the LA Looch to New York, but I'm from New York, so I should just be a new version of what I was. I feel like I'm not spitting at all when I say that. I'm just going to stop it there. But I can't wait. I can't wait to have this hair adventure because now that I'm making YouTube videos consistently, I can see the growth in the channel and the growth up top. Now I'm spitting. Yeah. But in that same video, I talked about the skincare and products that I bought from Duke Cannon. I have switched back to my old skincare routine, which is a little bit more expensive, but Glossier had a Black Friday sale, so I bought a bunch of products, and I think it wound up costing me the same amount as products from Duke Cannon, so like that didn't work out because I'm like, oh, I'm just going to buy everything now on sale, and then when I run out, if I pay like $80 for skincare, it's not that big of a deal. I'd rather pay a little bit more and get stuff that I like on my skin, and that was the problem with the Duke Cannon moisturizer and cleanser. I just didn't like the feeling after I applied it. I didn't feel like, I have healthy skin. I kind of felt like my skin kind of feels dry, and I just cleansed it and moisturized it. Shouldn't I feel better? But let me show you guys what I did get from Glossier. We got the Milky Jelly Cleanser, right? So that's that first layer, you know what I mean? Get it all on your face. Pause. Then we got the Priming Moisturizer Balance. So this is to, control the oils of your skin and whatnot, but also get it nice and moisturized. You know what I'm saying? Get you that dewy look everybody loves. And then lastly, we got to do the sun cream. The SPF. I think this is SPF 50. Yes, SPF 50 daily sunscreen. You already know what it is. And so that's a 3-step routine that usually works for me. I tried switching it up a few times, and I always go back to that. So what do I plan to do for my next uploads? I want to do a bottom 7 movies. Not necessarily movies that are like bad, but movies I just didn't really enjoy this year. I want to make a bougie Christmas list. So, like, if I had all the money in the world, what crap would I buy? I don't know. Maybe like a watch collection video, I think would be nice to kind of end the year. I think that's really it for now. Yeah, y'all. So my bad hitting out with like two kind of short talking videos the last few weeks, but just know I've been trying my best, y'all. Like I really have. It's just a tough time right now. The job market being the way it is, with holiday season kind of being here. But I don't know about y'all, but it feels a little different. It doesn't feel as optimistic as it has in the past. So that's just a me thing. It could be an everybody thing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really trying to enjoy the holidays. I'm trying to stay consistent and just keep my spirits high because, it's been a little bit of like a roller coaster-y type time. So I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for your time. Make sure you like, subscribe. I upload every Tuesday. Drop a comment if you think there's something I missed, things I should add. What do you want to hear me talk about? I'd be very curious. I'm kind of down to talk about whatever at this point. All right, I'm going to sign off. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.